Alrighty, welcome back. We're on air, but we're in the paint room, so the on-air sign is outside. Basically what we're going to show you, or what we're going to do now, is we're going to tape the car off. And this is for somebody that does not know or has never taped a car off before. If you've taped a car off before, you know more than I do probably, or probably like it better than I do. I don't like taping much. I got Jolene in here. Jolene's become an awesome taper. But as you can see, we've got everything untaped, everything's primed, everything's ready to rock and roll. The car's looking really good. But we're going to tape it up and get it ready for paint. And generally this is what you do. You do it any way you want to, but I'm kind of giving you a suggestion that this is probably the way everybody does it. Generally what you do is you tape the car first with your tape. You outline everything, and then you stick your paper and your tape to the tape that you have that's going on right now. What I should have done before I even started this is I should have gotten some glasses. Okay, so what's going on there is I've got some tape on that one piece. What I do not want to do is take the tape and tuck it underneath of that window rubber. I just want to lay it on the face of it. And you have to keep in mind, let's go over the other side for a second. If I do not cover the face of the rubber, you're going to come over this way with me, sweetheart, because Jolene showed me this, and I'm going to come over and show you. When Jolene taped up the car for it to be primed, there was red paint on the rubber. She said, I did not do that. Well, that tape must have been over here to have red paint on that rubber. It must not have covered what's going on there. So basically what I'm saying is, you have to understand, if you have no tape on the rubber, or your tape is missing your rubber, when you're obviously going to get paint on it. If you have tape that's laying on the car, so if I tape the car up and I have a little bit of tape going over on the paint like that, I just did that for you guys. If I have tape laying on the paint like that, when I go to paint it and when I pull that off, you're going to see gray primer. That's the end of that. That's what's going to happen. So basically, as you want to lay it on the face of it, you do not want to tuck the tape. You want to lay it on the face of the rubber. I'm going to go out and get a pair of glasses, I think. I can tape this up, I guess. So we're just going to lay that in there. And if you were going to buy a car, or if you're going to get an old car, you're going to buy a car, or anything like that, and you want to know, someone says it's got original paint on it, and you're planning on spending big money, and you want to know if it's painted. The easiest thing to do is to go walk around and look at all the rubbers and see if it has any paint, any primer, or anything like that on there. And if it does, that lets you know that someone has painted the car. And that's a pretty basic thing that you can do to find out if it's ever been painted. When I come around to this side, I can see paint on that rubber. That tells me that this car's been painted before. That's the end of it. So if you're going somewhere, you're looking at a car, you want to know if the car's been painted, go to the rubbers, and the rubbers will tell you the truth. Now, in order to fix what's going on there, after the car is painted, I would take this like we did. This is what we did. After the car is painted, I would take a little satin black and fix it. On this piece right here, if you want to come take a look at this piece on the side of the car, it had red paint down in here. It had a bunch of it actually. So me and Jolene taped it up, satin blacked it, and then there'll be no paint on it, so it looks really good. You can do that. And what will happen, something like that, we can come back in with a little bit of satin black, a little bit of satin black, and we can fix that up with a small little brush or something like that, we can just touch it and fix it. Yes, we can, and that's what we'll probably end up doing. So first of all, you tape around everything so you can stick. It's good in there. Now I'm going to grab a piece of paper. I'm going to run it on the top there the best I can. Now we're going to tape the paper to the tape. To try to get, I wish we would have took that over a little bit further, but that's fine. You want to try to get the less wrinkles in as possible. That's what you want to try to do. And the reason being for less wrinkles as possible is it does not hold the dirt. That's basically the end of it. If you get some wrinkles in it, it does not matter. All it does is give you a chance to hold dirt. So if there was a wrinkle in the paper on the side of the car, you could get dirt in that wrinkle and could get dirt in your paint job, I guess. You want it tight as possible. Just going to slide that down here. And you know, tape is expensive. So we try not, like Jim said, I use too much tape, but I am the kind of guy that long as it gets the job done, I'm happy with. You can cut this off with scissors, you can fold it under, you can do it any way you please. Just trying to keep it wrinkle free is the job that I'm trying to do. Wrinkle free. It's like your mother doing your laundry. You want it wrinkle free as possible, within reason. Some people are really fast at this, and I can say I'm not. But I always get the job done. Got to make sure that I do not run the tape out on the car, because if I run the tape out on the car, that means I'm not going to get paint in that area. So that's the first piece. And then I just continue on, keep running it down, keep running it down. On the sunroof, exact same way. I got tape around the outside edge, all the way around the rubber. Everything that you're going to tape off or put paper on, first line it and tape. That's the very first thing you do. And you try to do the best job you can, and that's all you can ask for. Try not to tuck your tape. What I mean by tuck is tuck it underneath something. And the reason I say try not to tuck it is because what happens is when you paint your car, the paint goes in and sometimes it'll glue it right to your car, and then you'll have an issue when it comes time to take it off. Jolene looks amazing today, as always. As always. So we're just going to go to the other side. And this is just basic taping. There's nothing special that I'm doing. Just taping off as close as possible and trying to lay the tape on the face of what we don't want to paint. Not trying to tuck the tape at all, laying it on the face. And it's very hard to make sure that there's no paint on the rubber sometimes, because sometimes it's just a difficult process. If you have issues with your tape not sticking to your rubbers and stuff like that, you're really going to have to go back and clean them very well. So now I would put a piece of paper on that and tape it off. Just to guess. As you know, I like to guess. Jolene's laughing at me. But I got a fix for that. Just not going to waste the paper, that's all. I'm just going to tape it on like I always do. Come on now, lay down for me. That's a wrinkle, but that's fine, that's okay. And I'll show you what I'm going to do there. If you did not know, there's two different kinds of tape, 3/4 inch and 2 inch. And I'm going to get some 2 inch. Hope I got enough there. Tape is expensive. Tape is expensive. Sometimes that happens. And that's what I'm going to do with that. Hope Jimbo's not watching. Or I hope he is actually. So we'll just put 2 strips on that. It's nice and tight and right. So that's basically what's going on. We have to go all the way around the windows. Everything. We have to tape the black off. We're going to run some tape down underneath of the hood. I can see we have a little bit of dirt going on there. We washed this car a couple times, pressure washed it. And what we're going to do is we're going to trap that down inside there. We're going to put paper down through here and put it all underneath the hood and hope it stays there. Basically, this is just a paint job. As you can tell, it's quite a paint job, to be honest with you, because we had to tape off the red to paint the silver. Now we got to tape off the silver to paint the red. We painted the black, we had to tape off the body to paint the black. Now we got to tape off the black to paint the red. Now we got to tape off the gray and the black to paint the red. So here we go. Me and Jolene are going to go at it and tape this off, and you can just watch if you like. And that's just the basics of taping off a car. Do your outside perimeter edge first with detail, and then you can tape your paper to that tape. And if something is not looking right, you can always go back and fix it. It's just tape. Let's lift that hood up if possible, sweetheart, and we'll run that tape down now. You want to, hood's latched. No, not latched. Awesome. And we blew this out took some time and blew that out underneath there. And there's dirt that comes out of crevices that you would never think come out before. Guessing again, that's all it is a guess. I wasn't going shy that time, was it, baby? Let's do one side right on the money. Let's do your side right on the money. You get your side so it fits nice and right and tight. Let's take it down a little bit. Get the most out of our paper we can. You let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm good.
She's good, boy. She's good. She's better than good. She's my helper. She's my everything. She's my queen, Jolene. We got scissors in here?
Yeah, they're right over there.
Sometimes you can fold it, sometimes you can just scissor it. I'm just going to scissor it because it's right there and I can see it. Now, I do not have any, I'm going to lay them right there. Did not have any tape down in here ready on the edge of the fender. Now I got to retape it off. So the edge of the fender, I have to tape it first, then I'll tape the paper to that. And we're not going inside the fenders to paint. This is a basic paint job. This is a Goodwill paint job. Isn't it, baby?
Yep.
It's a Goodwill paint job. And what I mean by Goodwill is that we're doing it of the kindness of our heart for Jolene's stepdaddy. Basically. If you see any black or any thing that's not going to get painted, you must, you don't have to if you don't want to, but you should cover it up so it does not get red paint. And basically that's what I'm doing right now. So now I'm going to connect this to the tape that I put on. Probably did that wrong. Also, if you leave a wrinkle, you can just put a piece of tape over your wrinkle so it takes the wrinkle away. And I was saying that wrinkles are for dirt and dust, so the less you get in it, the better. Any rips in the paper you must tape, and if you do not, you'll have paint on your car. And taping is not my favorite job. Alrighty, looks good. I'm going to need more. That was a good one, wasn't it?
That was.
Whoa!
Right on the money.
What's that?
Right on the money.
Alrighty, I'm going to get some more tape. And it takes a little bit to become good at it. It does. And if I can get Jolene to do most of it, I enjoy that part.
I'll let you do this scene.
Yeah. See that, boy? She didn't even stop. She just went right to the next project. You gotta like that. Huh? She went right to the next project. That's a good thing. Aiden got to do a little bit of taping, but not much on his time here the last 3 days. He got to do a little bit, but I would have liked to got to the paint on this one before he took off, but it did not happen. So it is what it is. I think he was looking forward to being part of the paint process. But like I said, he's only here 3 days a week, and it's probably a good thing that he's only here 3 days a week because nobody wants to get tired of it. Nobody wants to look at it as a job. He's just got his summer off, you know. Supposed to relax a little bit. I'm just going to wrap a little tape. We're going to have to go right to the front with the paper because we're going to paint around the headlights.
Okay.
And there's a seam in there and it'll go down inside and we might as well have the least red paint on it as possible. That's what I'm thinking. That would be a nice thing, I think. You want to grab the other side of this, sweetheart? If I ripped it long enough.
You can use this one down there. That works.
You got your side?
Yep.
Perfect. Good. I'm just going to rip a small piece of paper. Put it like that and then shut it down. The reason being is because we're not going to get no paint in there. It's just underneath them headlights is what I'm thinking. Wrong side of the paper. You can get the machine that puts your tape on, which makes it a lot easier. I do not have that. And you'll find that a lot of your professional tapers are collision people. You know what I mean? You're taping full time. Basically, I'm doing a lot of restoration work and all over paint jobs. So when it comes time to tape, you know, I might tape 4 or 5 times a year, and that's where it's at for me.
It's gonna be a hard one.
Where you at?
Under there. Have to almost lay down.
Yeah. Do you want me to get you a blanket? I can get it.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll let you get dirty.
Get dirty. We're going to paint it with we decided that we have to, or not have to, but we're going to paint it with the doors on, the door panels themselves. And the reason being we're going to have to do that is because if I try to do it with the door panels off, they're going to hit the fender. Believe me, we tried or thought about it. Just going to take a look here and do it again. Get the tape up in there further the best I can. Not going to tuck it, just trying to get it in there the best I can, that's all. Probably could have done that the first time. But. Okay. Quite a spot. Quite a spot. get covered up best I can. Basically, that's all you can do. I want my glasses. I want my glasses. It's a beautiful day outside here in Nova Scotia. Beautiful day. Just checking it over. Be brought down. Wow. I don't know what to say.
What? About what, hun?
This car is going to be hard. It's hard to paint. And the reason I say it's going to be hard to paint is because of the pieces on it. We left one window down, and the reason we left one window down is because we got to be able to get the doors open. We left the door handles off because they're a different color. We're going to have to put them on after. We want to get red paint underneath the door handles. As I noticed the last time it was done, all the handles were painted red underneath with the black. It didn't look that good. We're trying to do a little better job. Do you want to help me hold this paper on top of this window?
Yep.
I need help, sweetheart. And if I had one of those machines that put the tape on, it probably would be a lot easier. And what we have is a piece of tape on the wall, and then we do it that way, but maybe I should do it that way.
I can help you.
What?
I can help you. Just finish that.
Come over here. All the way to the back. Did I get that long enough? No, just come forward a little bit. Now squat. Okay, we can put some, just one table on the top here. Yeah, to start tucking it, I guess. Tape that right there. Just tape that right there, all on there. Yep. So you want half on the paper and half on half on the tape, basically. Pull a piece off. Just rip your tape off. Slide it down. Let me work it this way and then slide it down in. Don't tape it on there. Tape it down there like that. There. Awesome.
You got it from there? Or you want me to
Keep, yeah, you may as well help me. Help me, baby. Help me. Just a second there. Let me get that bent over. Yep. Put your hands out of the way, eh?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. We'll put a little piece of tape in that. Thank you. Thank you. All tape must be pushed down just to make sure. I'm going to the other window. I guess.
Do you need me?
Do I need you?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, but for that one.
I'm going to take the outside of it off first, the perimeter of it first.
Oh, okay.
And then I will need you. Yes, I will. These little black things on the side are quite the unit, aren't they?
Quite what?
Well, they're just so close that And I can see why paint was gotten on some of the car while it was painted, can't you? Jolene? The black, you can see why. Like, it's just hard to tape.
Yeah.
It's hard to tape. Really is. It's almost like someone's going to have to be touched up after it's painted. Sounds like you're wrapping Christmas presents over there.
What?
Sounds like you're wrapping Christmas presents over there.
Just about. Tricky.
Huh?
So that front piece was a bit tricky.
I bet you nailed it, though. Oh, you nailed it. You know it. Hope that black stays fine. That's what I'm hoping.
Can we put this in yet?
We can, yeah. Well done. Looks good. You only went out there and done it. Ooh, I love you.